What is up, YouTube? Storm here with another video. So, there's a couple of them that are really fucking bugged. This one, now, there's, it just says any field upgrade for the challenge I'm currently doing is turning off and on and again. It says use any field upgrade, you know, that's what it doesn't specify. Use any field upgrade, you know, use an EMP drone to destroy a field upgrade. At least that's all you can do for Warzone. So I'm using the EMP drone. I've already tried a trophy system. It does not work. I'm going to try every available. Now everyone thinks it's like, well, only trophy system is the one that you can use. It's the only available throwable trophy system, but no, not if you think about it. Deployable shield, tackle insert, the weapon upgrade, and the trophy system are, besides the munition boxes and armor boxes, which also don't work. I think what I've been hearing, no field upgrades work at all. So it's bug. All of them, including the armor box, should work. They have things like that have worked in the past, but it's just like everything else. It's just bugged. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is.
Mark on target. Rain fire.
This is loader 2. Right away.
Like, this won't work at all. So I'm hoping to find a random because, you know, it's a pain in the ass to get your friends to do it because, like, your friends, quote unquote, you know, they send you a friend request and then they never want to play with you, they never want to do anything with you, and it's like, it's not just me, like, a lot of my close friends that are offline right now, they deal with the same thing. They get people send them friend requests and then they, you know, never want to play. It's just really hypocritical. It's like, why? Why send them friend requests if you don't have any intention of playing with them? You ignore their invites, or you get spammed invites, and it's like when you're in the middle of a game, it's like, it seems to be like the main thing, and I just don't get it. It's really weird, really annoying. You know, why can't people be like real friends, not fake friends, you know? Doesn't really make any sense. I haven't really explored this cave besides doing that challenge, so it just looks kind of cool. Oh, and it kind of like, okay, so that's cool. It kind of converges into that. Yeah, I get that. Cool, 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 cool. Which it just loops right back around again. Yeah, you know how hard it is to find someone with a brain. Like, even because you get no micers, right? You get no micers. I'm guessing those guys are flying in, maybe.
Enemies here.
Nope. Yeah, he's definitely outside.
Target marked. Burn it all.
This is loader 2-0.
Here it comes.
Cluster strike away.
And it's like, when you get a Spanish speaker, you know, anyone who speaks gibberish or something like that, they definitely don't have any brains. I'm not saying that because they're Mexican. I'm saying that because, well, they're Mexican. You know, like, it's like I've yet to find someone who speaks a foreign language that has. Gamers are, you know, are slightly more stupid than normal gamers, unfortunately.
Be advised, UAV is for resupply. Enemy soldier!
You downed yourself in the process, buddy. But yeah, no, it's just this is just toxic. I'm dealing with a bunch of randos that just, you know. I mean, you're obviously gonna get those retards, you know, because like 9.9999999, basically 100% of people I out of the thousands upon thousands of games I've played, I can say with humbleness and a certainty that there's only been, I can count the number of people that actually have somewhat intelligence. Definitely don't have common sense, but they have, you know, enough intelligence, like that of a baby or a child, to put two and two together. Now you would think that's common sense. No, that's generous, but no, they don't have that for certain.
Where's that recon?
Unfortunately.
UAV entering the AO.
And that goes for a lot of my so-called friends too. It's just like, you know, why can't you put two and two together? Why can't you be an actual teammate? The world may never know. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So there's those guys, and there's this guy camping over here. Yeah, it's really obnoxious. I think he gets it, which is why he's not paying attention to me anymore, but he thinks I just want, like, hey, let's not kill each other. But no, I actually want to stick with him and have him help me out. Where did he go? See, that's another thing. The flaming gun apparently does additional damage, and it kind of acts like explosive rounds. Because like, you hit a wall next to you, and apparently it does this weird flame damage. I don't know how. It's a Black Ops weapon. It's not even a Warzone or a Vanguard weapon, which they have that flaming ammunition. But the Cold War weapon has these flame rounds, flame explosive hybrid rounds, almost like you're playing Call of Duty Ghosts with the, you know, the rainbow rounds, basically, where it's stun grenade, explosive ammo, fire ammo, bullet penetration ammo, like all that. Everyone remembers Alien, right? Those who played it. So it seems like it has explosive and fire, just those two.
Enemy spotted.
I thought he was gonna try to assassinate me. And he was just pretending to be on my team. I don't know. He might. I think he's considering it. Oh, I think is he trying to get having to get his. Oh shit! Oh, there he is. And I think, yeah, I think he was that other dude was on my team too, but I just think he forgot about me or thinks I betrayed him. I hadn't even killed him. I didn't even kill him. So that was something. Yeah, this entire game, I have yet to find, I find people that don't want to kill me because they're like, okay, well, there's a truce, but I'm not looking for a truce. I'm looking to explain something to them. They're not, fortunately, not getting it. Like, look, I'm shaking my head back and forth. I'm jumping around. And then they're just staring off into space like, well, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, he's not attacking me. Oh, he must be really dumb. I better, you know, shoot him. What I'm trying to do. It's like, dude, it's obvious. You're trying to, you know, get your lock on target because you're not gonna shoot the floor to get blast damage shots, which is what most people do if you have a floor shot, you know. But I'm literally allowing you to kill me out of, as frustrating as it is, to get, you know, experiment, to figure out this. Yo, don't kill us. Don't kill us. Do not kill us. I'm trying. It is so annoyingly difficult. I just want to get this dumbass challenge done. Now I'm tempted, you know, there's only a couple seconds. At this point, I'm going to chase him and assassinate him because it's just like, it's just annoying. Oh! He actually got me! I should have just gone for the melee or pulled out the shield. I was just fucking around at that point. It feels like there's not enough time to do anything. It's 2 minutes. There's no way I'm going to get someone to put 2 and 2 together in 2 minutes. Why is it... Oh, right. I was like, why is it saying I'm dead there? And that's why it spawned me over here, because the underground red door hallway's under there. Even though I'm all the way over there. I could just mark it, like, over here. But it spawned me over there because I died in the hallway. I get it. But yeah, it's just, this challenge is a bunch of bullshit, because you can't rely on friends, because they're not, you know, they're all, like, there's no, I don't even know how to formulate a sentence because it's just how frustrating, right? There's no real friends anymore. No one knows the definition of friends, or no one knows how to be a friend, you know? And then you have to rely on randoms, and they're dumb as fucking doornails. And a lot of the quote-unquote friends are dumb as doornails. It's like, a friend is someone who will stick with you thick and thin, will help you out with anything if they have the time. Will go out of their way to, you know, like, try to make sure, you know, you're okay. You know, keeps tabs on you, you know, tries to help you. If you're an idiot or you're making a stupid decision, but you're an average smart guy, they try to, you know, not beat around the bush and tell you, you know, hey, you're being an idiot, I'm trying to save you from doing this, that, and the other. Sometimes you gotta let idiots, but at the same time, sometimes, you know, you can't help them, you gotta let idiots make their own choices. It's a fine line. They'll bail you out of a tough situation. They'll, you know, they'll constantly be thinking of you. That's a real friend, you know, someone who's constantly got your back. You know, maybe you may talk to someone who's toxic and you're actually in the wrong, but they'll still got your back, but then they'll secretly pull you to the side and say, hey, you know what, I only had your back because you're my friend, but you were actually in the wrong. Or something, you know, or then discuss it and prove to the other person how you were actually in the right. Either way, you know, that's a friend. But no, I don't got any of that, apparently. Neighborhood is just a bunch of old people, no one my age, and then everyone online is just toxic and fake as fuck. T-4, oh, okay, yeah, because it's, and it's just like, I've been spamming, I have literally been spamming, Twitter, because apparently you cannot, like, well, alright, I'm gonna have to explain this from the get-go. I'll be as quick as I possibly can. But if you need to understand how Twitter works, how you get help, so first things first, Activision, you know, they've originally, maybe World at War, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, the real Modern Warfare, MW2, Black Ops 1, you know, that's when they actually gave a shit. You know, when they were humble, then their eyeballs permanently turned to money signs, and then they just didn't give a fuck about the, you know, they started copying, pasting. The one time they're supposed to copy paste, like with Remastered, they didn't. They fucked it up. You know, the one time they're supposed to copy and paste the recent players list with MW4, they didn't. They purposely broke the recent players list on this game mode and still haven't fixed it to this day to say fuck you to the fans for calling them out for being negligent. You know, it's just a whole thing. So originally, if you ever wanted to talk to somebody and get help, you would go to Twitter, you would go to Activision, and you would say, okay, I need help. And apparently that's the best way to reach them. And you had a likelihood of success of getting someone to answer you originally when they first got on Twitter, or when Twitter first became like a really big thing. I'd say it's maybe a 0.5% likelihood they would actually respond to you, or give you some non-computerized, you know, fuck you, thank you for your time, you know, generic, check out our frequently asked Q&A, because they think you're asking an idiotic question, or they're just too lazy to, you know, answer you. Or if they answer you, it's going to show that they're in the wrong, you know. Whatever the case may be, that's normally what the outcome of that was. So then they had Activision support, which then later, as soon as that came in, Activision, which was already 0.5%, like less than an actual percentage of someone actually responding and quote-unquote helping, less of a chance of someone helping than responding, but even if they respond, that's still very low. Then Activision support came along, and that kind of replaced the 0.5%, and the support became 0.5%. Then we find out later that the lesser-known companies, the kind of like the supporters, the sponsors, quote-unquote, like other developers, right? Sledgehammer Games, Ravensoft, everyone makes fun of them for being like the sister, the lesser, because they're not first thought of when it comes to Call of Duty. You know, it's Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Activision. Activision's kind of like always for all Call of Duties. Infinity Ward's the MW4 series, Treyarch's anything zombies. So you know, I'm like, all right, let's think about this. So since Activision doesn't give two shits, and people like to call it act fraud, because you know we're Activision, we're not happy until you're unhappy. Their thoughts are like, okay, well, or my thought at least is, okay, so they're not going to work. Let's talk about the secondary developers, because they seem to be pulling in all the work while Activision just sits there and counts the bills, right? You know, just pouring all the work and then taking all the credit. It's unfortunate, but it seems to be what it is. And so I'm like, all right, let me talk to Ravensoft. And for the past month, Ravensoft, you know, has been actually helping. I was surprised. I didn't think it would happen. It took about, like, I noticed difference. Now, it could totally be a coincidence, you know, but with the amount of coincidences, I think they helped me with at least 4 individual problems when I mentioned them directly on Twitter, and I noticed the difference in the game. Like, I asked for the ghillie suit, that just miraculously disappeared. It took them about 3 to 4 days, but they did it. You know, I just finally found it. Now, it could have been cycling through the store, because a lot of the store items, just like, it used to be you could access anyone by accessing the blueprint. Then they, you know, they purposely tucked that out from where, I don't even understand, because you're taking away your people's ability to give you money, literally to buy things from the store. So I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why they would do that to themselves, you know. And like, I'm just getting these because they're AFK and they're not really. Man, I'm trying to get a fucking triple kill. Oh, I fucked up. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I lost my train of thought for a second. But anyway, let me turn on the volume on this. So yeah, Ravensoft has been helping out a lot, and you used to be able to access your blueprints, and you could access any gun just by accessing blueprints, right? Skins or whatever. Don't kill me. I'm literally, okay, see, stuff like that. Like, I could have killed you if I really wanted to. I'm not killing you. And then they're like, ooh, I killed you, I'm so cool, you know. Same thing with hackers. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a hacker, I'm so cool, I'm better than you. Yeah, you know. takes a lot of skill to hack, you know. Yeah, haha, I killed you, I'm so cool. I'm a hacker, I'm so cool. Stuff like that. It's like that's their thought process. But whatever. Whoever even knows. But it's just, you know. Anyway. So getting to the point. So they helped me a lot, right? A lot. And I just don't know why. I don't know why they haven't responded. Like, they haven't responded, I just noticed the results. So they'll do a patch, they'll do something to help me out based on some things I've said, but then they stopped. Exactly, it seems like the sister company, the sister developer, Clueless, it seems like the, thanks for the comment by the way, it seems like the sister development company does all the work while Activision rakes in the cash. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is, and so they have been helping me with 4 different things. But the funny thing is, they will not respond, like, at all. Like, I don't know why. And it seems, and here's the thing, around the same time, some phone companies, and this was a YouTube thing. Around the same time, one of the commercials with a YouTube commercial ads, I guess technically, where they said, okay, there's this cool new outlet, and if you plug your phone into it, I don't know how much of it's a scam, how much of it's true or not. I don't know. What they're saying seems to be accurate. I just don't know if the product would actually reverse what the companies are now doing. So what? And apparently this is an old trade, but it's just becoming. Someone leaked it. But Apple especially, what they'll be doing is, and phones across the board, like gas stations, you know how all gas stations come together and say, okay, we need to make an average gas price. We're not going to overdo you. We're also not going to underdo you. We're going to choose this gas price and they'll agree a gas price. That way, nobody knows which one has the cheaper gas price, right? It's a kind of a similar situation. So phone companies, right? They're all going to be like, all right, this phone's been out for a while. We're now going to... It's just sometimes I'm lost for words because how mind-boggling bullshit it is. But all right, so it's been out for a while. Let's put in an update that purposely fucks up the phone, right? Just completely fucks it up, right? Let's force them to buy the new phone. You know, get the new fad and be like all the emo teens and ooh, I got the iPhone 1 million. You know, it's like, bro. A slightly better camera with slightly better graphics. That's all there is to show for it. Some gimmicky shit that nobody gives 2 shits about, right? Some weird Snapchat, FaceTime filter thing, right? And so that's all the new phones are. That's all they, you know. There's no real something that makes the phone revolutionary. Unfortunately, it's just, you know, same old. And what. That's kind of like what Call of Duty's been doing, and I'm feeling like it's a reason why companies, not just Activision, companies across the board, if any product or service, companies, as soon as that thing came out, I've noticed companies, if you try to get them to talk to you or respond to you, if there's no customer service number, they purposely shut that off to be lazy as fuck, or because they don't want to be quoted or whatever. That's the thing. I think it's because they don't want to be quoted. They don't want to have someone actually recording them saying something. Like, you'll get every single business saying you're being recorded for quality assurance purposes, but then the second you try to record them because they did something that they know they're not supposed to do, oh no, you know, they actually got us saying something, you know, corrupt. We better shut down our systems because we had to fire the guy that got caught doing it, but we don't want to make the same mistake again, even though we're making thousands upon thousands upon thousands, and that really is no big deal. It's kind of like, here's a good comparison so you can, like, understand it better. There will be scam stores, scam dollar stores that will literally have rat-infested, lizard-covered chocolates. Like, I don't mean that like as, you know, because like now it's becoming a thing where there's actually plants and candies and shit like that. But there's actually so before like that was more popular, right? And at least in the U.S., there would be something where there's actual like feces, rats, and stuff like that in the food that's not, it's contaminated. It's not supposed to be there. And it's because the developers of that know that they're getting from like either stolen stuff, overly cheap stuff, stuff that's been discarded, and they're trying to resell it. You know, just not top quality, not like something that the company itself would sell off on, right? They're probably supposed to be disposed of, and the company's like, no, we'll take it off your hand, we'll dispose of it for you, and, you know, sell it to them. They don't actually say it, they'll sell it, and there you got your Dollar General, right? And a bunch of those stores, not Dollar General exactly, but very similar quote-unquote dollar stores that, you know, very few things are actually a dollar in the quote-unquote dollar store. But anyway, yeah, they'll call it that, and
Where's that recon?
it's just a lot
Send
of
it
weird
over.
stuff, right?
UAV entering
So
the
why is it that, you know, oh, okay, so they get sued, right? So here's my point. They get sued, they'll shut down the company, and they'll either come back a few years later as something else, or a slightly different name. And so that's kind of what I feel is going on. Like, they don't want to get sued, even though like they may make more money than the sue is worth. I guess it's because it's a brand. They're really the brand, hurting the brand is like worse than anything else. So it's not like, okay, we pay off the people that we fucked over and that's it. No, apparently if you're a big enough brand, see, the dollar store industry scammy thing is like, okay, we get sued, we still made way more than we actually had to pay for by getting sued for, we move on and we recreate. But you're not trying to sell a brand, you're just trying to sell cheap food and make a shit ton of money doing it. See, they're a brand because it's something that people are familiarized with, and you're not, you know, they're not constantly changing their name, constantly changing their brand. That's for small-time businesses that still make a shit ton making all that cash, right? So it's about brand versus just keep recreating the brand. And they care about their brand, quote-unquote, enough to where, like, they don't want to get sued again, even though they make way more other than that. But so they care enough, right? Quote, quote, they care enough, but then they don't care enough to actually, you know, listen to the community, to do what they're supposed to be doing, to actually give a rat's ass. And so I find it hilarious how they care, but then they don't care. It's like, the community has spoken. They told you what they want. They want you to do your job, not sit on your ass, not molest girls on your free time. And it's like, here's another thing. While, you know, they're in the whole court thing because they're being molesters and rapists and whatnot, in the other female cubicles of other female developers and or developing workers, whatever, they have the time, like, to actually pull off I'm just gonna leave the game. They have the time to pull off this not recent players, they call it something else, but it's basically recent players. Recent squad. So, and whoever was on your team, it will show. The recent players list has been fucked up beyond all recognition, FUBAR. And they made this, right? But here's the problem with this. It doesn't fix the original issue, which they're just never gonna fix, apparently. And secondly, you can't invite them. You can send them a clan, switch from a regiment to a clan. I don't know why it says view profile. Are they adding that back in? It's so weird. Okay, view profile. And see, it's locked, right? View profile has been I don't know why it's showing. I guess that's another weird bug, because they stopped adding view profile at the start of Season 1 of Cold War. So you differentiate Warzone, right? Warzone 1 through 6, or MW4's Warzone 1 through 6, Cold War's Warzone 1 through 6, and now you're going to have Vanguard Warzones 1 through 6, right? So that's what it is, because it's game title, and then Season 1 through 6 of that Warzone variant. So I'd say at the beginning they got rid of view player profile. I don't know why. It was a great feature. You could add people so much easily, and you don't have to easier. You don't have to manually search their name up. So that's something they took away that they had no business doing, right? They had a recent players list, and they normally copy and paste like they normally do. They should have just done it from the get-go like they did from Black Ops 4, and just copy and paste like they always do. But no. I don't even think they recreated the system. I think they just broke it down purposely. Now, I have a theory about that. Obviously, because they're lazy. But if you wanted to think about it, like, besides their psychotic, corrupt bullshit, I think if you had to guess, if you had to put some sanity and reason behind it, it might be because they want to. It comes with their laziness, right? They want a way to make it less of them to get reports, right? Because everyone's just spamming everyone, right? Report. You're cheating because you killed me, and it's a lot of people just reporting people that are not actually cheating. They're just shit, right? So I think and this is assuming Activision's still lazy as fuck, but has like an iota of intelligence with them, you know, of sense. So like, okay, let's like take 3/4 of the reports and get rid of them, right? So if they do that by getting rid of you have to literally manually search for the person you think is hacking. Now, obviously, people are gonna, with enough will and anger, are gonna do it. But though the majority of those people are not gonna give enough of a shit to do it. They were doing it before because it was convenient and they could easily access them. But like, I'm not going through the whole list of, sometimes it's 50, 100, 200. Now apparently, no, this is 200, but this is 100. But anyway, before, they're like, okay, before there was this invented, this recent squad, I'm not going to go search 200 players just to find a guy I think may have been cheating. And they don't want to admit it to themselves that they know their shit. So that's what they realize, that's what players are thinking. So they're like, okay, we'll make it to where it's really, really hard to report somebody. And if you really want to report somebody, we'll make it not impossible, but really, really inconvenient. And because we know a lot of lazy gamers, because we associate gamers with laziness, are lazy, they're not going to want to put the effort to report the person they think are cheating. We're going to make it that much harder to report a person for cheating. And it's kind of funny if you think about it, because MW4 Warzone has had more cheaters than any other previous Call of Duty ever, right? Or at least noticeable cheaters. Because Activision being lazy assholes that they are, getting lazier and lazier and lazier, like restaurants or any other business, you know, smaller portions, bigger price. They just are like, we don't give two shits anymore. It's all about the dollar. We don't care about the quality of the game. So it's unfortunate that's the way it is. And it's just convenient how they're losing on the money, more money, because they're losing out on the customers. A lot of people are going to Battlefield. People are saying a lot of shit about Battlefield, but there's still a lot of people that are still playing it. They're going over to Apex. Apex is now the new Fortnite, right? So, I mean, I think it's getting borderline, you know, people want a new fad, so the next Battle Royale that comes out, people are probably going to jump on that, you know, so any indie gamers that want to make one, you better put a lot of quality into it, and if you do it, you'll be well rewarded. You'll be the new Fortnite. But so yeah, it's frustrating. Okay. But yeah, it's you can't invite them. You can't invite them, and this whole view pro player, it's locked. I don't even remember it being there before. I don't know why. Yeah, see, it's not here. It's only on the weird broken recent player, recent squad bullshit. But it's not in the clans. It used to be. I think right below Whisper and Remove Friend. Yeah, that's exactly where it was. Excuse me. Yeah, it's not here. They got rid of it. So, excuse me, I'm gonna get a drink. My throat's dry. 1 second. Okay, we're back. So it's a lot of interconnecting webbing of all these different foundations that leads to where we are. Going to the progression challenges, there's quite a few that I can name that are just bugs beyond all reason. I don't even know how I got them. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time I don't. I know I kind of do, because I just play the shit out of the game, hoping to get lucky, hoping to get progression. I didn't get them technically legit, even though I did. So it's kind of a contradiction again. So for example, it says rapidly earn 2 or more one-shot kills 10 times, right? So basically, double kill and have each kill of that double kill be a one-shot, right? One bullet, kill, one bullet, another kill rapidly. Double kill, one shot, one kills. And so I'll get that. And guess what? Some of the challenges, and I'm saying this from previous seasons to this season, it's kind of all interconnected. Some of the seasons will be like, okay, let's say you got 10 of those kills. You completed the challenge, right? All in one game, because you're just a badass sniper, right? It'll award you 1 out of the 10 kills you got. I'll be like, what the fuck? I got 10 of them. It said double kill. It gave me the double kill medal. It said the one shot, one kill medal. But per each game, out of whether I get 20 of them, 10 of them, 5 of them, it'll only award me 1 per game, even though I'm meeting the requirements. So that's kind of bullshit, right? So a game has literally a mind of its own. It's almost like an AI where it's like, okay, how do I fucking troll with you? Another way you can understand it, it's like the Adler event, right? 50% of the entire community got it and met the requirements. The other people that met the requirements did not get it. It was completely random. Now, there could be some kind of bullshit where Activision is like, okay, who has bought our product and who hasn't? Okay, 50% of people that did will put in favor. We'll try to make sure the game that's bugged gives the people that has bought our content, they're more likely to get the Adler skin. It's still bugged. There's no guarantee, but we'll kind of like give them favor, right? We'll give them this less buggy server or whatever. That's just an idea. There's no guarantee that's what that was. But 50% of the entire community did get it, and the other 50% did not get it. Doesn't make any sense. Another one of the challenges said, okay, for example, get start contracts in Summit. And sometimes you would do it, you would start a contract in prison, and it awarded you 1 out of like 3. I'm like, but I'm not even in the same area. Why does it count, right? Or you do it on the complete opposite area. So let's say Summit would be not factory, but the upper corner spot, with the 3 floors, right? Not. I haven't played Rebirth in a while, but you get the security area, okay? So think of that. And they'll be like, okay, so I go to the security area and I got something for Summit. And that's something, actually, that happened to me. I complete opposite side of Rebirth. So if Northwest is, the very top Northwest is Summit, and the very Southeast is, security area in Rebirth, I went to security area to start a contract. It gave it to me. So that's how flip-flopped, literally chaos, Mad Hatter kind of bullshit. It's like the Mad Hatter has, some kind of Mad Hatter virus has been imprinted to the game for challenges. And get this, since, I want to say, no, I don't even have to say I know, for a fact, since this is the last season, from all the way of MW4's 1 through 6 and Cold War's 1 through 6, they had there was a couple of glitch challenges, right? One was when they're converging, calling Summit to something else, and the mines area, I don't care about the names enough to use them all the time, but you get the gist. The mining area, the quarry, they changed those, and anytime you would go to those areas, the contract would not start. They fixed that, but it took them like a whole 2 seasons. For the flash grenade, for 1 through 6 of both seasons, up until the very end of this last season, I'd say like 5 days ago, they actually fixed the flash challenge where it says use flash grenades on enemies. It's just been a glitch challenge for literally 12 seasons back to back, and at the very last minute they decided to fix it. I'm like, seriously? Ravensoft, is that you? Are you doing this? Are you actually fixing Activision's mistakes that they literally put in to say fuck you to the fans? Are you really picking up their shit? Like, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it, but it makes us have less shit to talk about them for. But at this time, it's like, it's really, you gotta weigh your battles, because Activision doesn't care anymore. They don't care. Like, you literally give them a fistful of shit in front of them, and they'll be like, smells like gold. Like, it doesn't even faze them anymore, right? They don't care. Yet, like I said before, they do care. So it's this weird balancing act of they do, they don't. It's just really, really confusing. Just like the challenging things. Like, you think it goes up, it goes down. You do the requirements, but the complete opposite is, all right, so survive 10 minutes, die every minute for 10 minutes in a row. Oh, you've unlocked the challenge. Or, you know, sometimes it's not even opposite. Sometimes it's completely, it's spastic, right? It's intervals. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not left, right, up, down, you know, not reverse, but it's completely interval. For example, if it says survive, or not survive, kill 10 enemies, you would think, okay, kill 0 enemies and get it, right? No, kill 2 enemies and you completed the 10 out of 10 challenge. That's how weird and completely random and just alright, you know how Deadpool is just completely like spontaneous and just completely, you don't know what's gonna happen? It's kind of like that, or those, my sister watches that show, the Brony, My Little Pony thing. Pinkie Pie, apparently. She's random, right? So it's like that. I was actually watching a show called Death Battle, or Pinkie Pie and Deadpool. They're battling it out, and it's hilarious. But anyway, when you babysit your sister a lot, you get a little bit of a gist. But anyway, point being, it's just the game has a mind of its own to be spontaneous, and it just does not give a fuck of what it's going to do. It's completely weird, completely random, doesn't make any sense. So that's where we're at. And let me before I forget, so they did fix the flash challenges. I didn't think they were going to do it. We still have the bug challenge that has been glitched from day one, similar to the flash grenade challenge. Let me find it. And I've talked about this in previous videos. Get 7 defender kills, objective-based game modes. There is no objective-based game mode in Battle Royale or Plunder. Now, there are these specialty game modes, right? There are these specialty game modes. Not this. Like, that's a limited edition game mode, but the one with the trucks, the payload, or the big-ass team deathmatch, you know, that kind of thing. Well, team deathmatch is just team deathmatch. It's just kills. But there's other ones where it's like you capture the flag. That I can understand. If it actually gave you progression towards those where you're actually like common like domination type play, that would make sense. But I've done all that. I've met the defender, you know, defender kills. If you're playing capture the flag, if you're on that flag and you're killing anybody who's shooting you near or on the flag, that's a defender medal, right? You don't get defender medals on any of those. I don't know why. You know, you get it for all the other bullshit, but you don't for that. And it's like, that would count, you would think. Now, we didn't get that for the first 1 through 6. They didn't have stuff like that for the first 1 through 6 of MW4's Plunder BR playlist, right? You just Plunder, just BR, and that amazing Zombies game that we all think would be gimmicky, but it was the best thing to ever happen to Warzone. And it's way better than that ghost shit. I mean, congrats to them trying to be ballsy, right? For them not being lazy, rinse and repeat, copy and paste. Great. But it was just kind of, it was very, not uninspired. It was just, they didn't go all out. You know, the Halloween thing, they had everything. They had the chainsaw guy from Chainsaw Massacre. They had the guy from Saw. They had just a whole shit ton of things, a whole slew of things. And the zombies, it was awesome. It's just, there was so much. They literally went all out because they knew they were fucking up, and I don't know if they just got inspired from the Halloween spirit themselves, or they were just being lazy and they just, or someone got, and you know, someone who actually cares about the game was, you know, left alone because everyone out went for drinking like for an entire week and, you know, indefinite lunch break or whatever, and he was left alone to his own devices to actually fix the game. The guy's like, you know what, I would normally, you know, beat you for making the game better, but you know what, let's just give it to the fans to see what happens. And they make a shit ton of money from it. Like, you know what, I was originally going to fire you for making the game better when we purposely like fucking with the fans, but we made a shit ton of money, so we're just going to give you some silencing money, move you aside, and we'll pretend this never happened. So it's just bullshit. And they've done that before, where there's been whistleblowers trying to say, hey, you're fucking with the game, you're purposely lying, you're fraudulent, you're false advertising. but it's just silencing money. And I've talked about this again previously and other things, but it's just so much bullshit going on. But yeah, this challenge has been bugged from the very beginning, and it still has yet to be fixed. It's unfortunate, and you can't. It's not like I don't own the game, so I don't know if there's similar challenges. But this is exclusively for Warzone, and from all my friends who do own Modern Warfare 4, you know, MW4, they say that you cannot, even in the multiplayer, it's completely separate challenges. Warzone challenges are Warzone challenges, MW4 challenges are MW4 challenges. They're not interchangeable or interlinked. Because, I mean, think about it. If that was true, open 6 caches at prison, as far as I'm aware, there's no prison map in multiplayer. You know? So they're completely separate. So it just doesn't make any sense. There's no reviving in multiplayer. So, you know, I just, what the hell? So it's just fucked. Let me go over these progression challenges are a glitch. So this one was glitched. I just had to play enough, and it was not just one every game. I think one of the challenges was one every game. It wasn't this one. This one I just played a shit ton of. Sometimes, you know, occasionally I got 3. One time I got 2. The rest of it was 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And it wasn't one every game. It was one every, like, 10 games. I would get it. And I would meet the requirements. I would get 10 plus kills of exactly the requirements. And I'd get, like, 1 out of any 10 games. So that's why I've reached level 1,000. I mean, look at this shit. Look at 400, 400, 500, 400, 400. And I would still get every single Prestige Master, right? But they were all, like, all of them had bugged, and it seemed to get more buggy as the progression seasons went on. But nothing's been more buggy than this. This one was one of the last ones. So this one I noticed to be really buggy. 2 for 2. Fire in the Hole I just recently completed. It was probably the second most buggy out of all of them. And it says, the description, use the lethal equipment to kill an enemy that can't see you 25 times. That doesn't mean you can't see them. That just means they can't see you. But there's been a lot of people in the Reddit saying, well, an extra secret requirement, you know, just like conspiracy theories. Okay, they can't see you, but you also can't see them. So you have to, like, chuck a random ass grenade over the wall and just hope to get a kill, and then it will count. I've tried that, and it doesn't make a difference. So if that's what you're supposed to do, it also doesn't matter because it's bugged either way. So I just got lucky, just spammed Molotovs. It seems like no other equipment works. I've heard other people talked about, like, they're having the same problems. I've heard other people say they used all the other equipment. It works. The challenge still bugged, but you can do it with any other equipment. So I've heard so many different things from so many different people. I'm not going to say no against what they're saying, but at least for me, Molotovs, because they have lasting fire damage and it lasts longer than anything else. So that's what I was using, and plus this is Fire in the Hole. I don't know. I think at one point I did get a sticky kill, and I wasn't hiding. I was just behind them. And I tried to put. Sometimes I overanalyze everything, so I'm like, okay. And I try to put reason in where there isn't reason. It's just bugged. I need to accept that it's bugged. And even if I meet every imaginable requirement, even all these hidden pseudo challenges within the challenge, you know, a challenge within a challenge, even if I do all that, it still doesn't matter. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, people are saying that you also can't see them, right? I try that. Doesn't make a difference. Okay, you know, some people are saying, well, because they saw you even once within that lifespan, that still doesn't count. So if you run in front of them, and even if they're AFK, and the player shows them within the field of vision, POV, and then if you run behind them, that still counts. So if in that lifespan, your character sees them in that POV, that counts. You have to kill yourself and start over. I've tried that, where I've literally just spawned behind AFKs. They have not seen me in their POV, the PC players or otherwise, and I just get behind them. It doesn't matter. And honestly, you can't get this legit, or it's really just, it's already a pain in the ass to try to get it legit, or it's already a pain in the ass to try to get it on AFKs at the end of the map and on the end zone. So you can only imagine how much harder it is to play it legit when you got shitty teammates who can't put 2 and 2 together. People grab contracts, but they're not trying to complete. They troll you, they shoot you, they grab your shit, they grab your field upgrades. If you're swapping field upgrades, drop them armor, and they steal your shopping power rounds. So much toxicity, right? It's just toxic all the way through. And your friends are fake friends, and, you know, I've already talked about this, but you get the gist. So it's just all that, it stacks up. So, this was the second to last glitch challenge. Yeah, second to last glitch challenge. This was the third to last. This one just, oh. I almost want to say this one was harder than this one, but I don't know. This one just got. It seems like it was getting buggier as the days went on. So I don't know. Those two are almost tied as far as ridiculous bullshit. Because this one originally, I was just getting it a lot quicker. So I would say every 10 games. It still was every 10 games, but it progressed to every 30 games I would get one. So I think when I was on tier 3, I don't know if it was the tiers or just because it was getting closer to the, T minus 4 days or whatever. But on tier 3, it went from I was getting one every 10 games to I was getting one every 30, 40 games. That it would actually start to progress. It would start to track the meeting the requirements for 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to focus on 1. I won't even worry about that. I'll have it in my reservoir if I'm, still waiting for stopping power to charge up, right? So then I'll use that. But be all efficient and shit, right? But these were equally challenging. So bug challenge, big shot, fire in the hole, exclamation point. 2 for 2, definitely a glitched. Where is it? This one is the buggiest by far. In total I've tried stopping power rounds. You can't do that for stopping power rounds. I've done it with trophy systems. I've done it with armor boxes, which technically should be counted as field upgrade. And with other field upgrade challenges like destroy enemy field upgrades, completely not in this challenge. Just literally just destroy it, whether it be for operator challenges, whatever. I've shot armor boxes and it has counted, whether it meant to or not, whether the game's supposed to have it allow it or not. I think since you can throw it down in munitions crate, it explodes in munitions crate, you get munitions, whether it be armor or plates, whatever, it counts regardless. And it has counted whether it meant to or not, with as buggy as the game is. So therefore, if it was supposed to count, it would have counted. But because it's buggy, you don't know if it's supposed to count or if it's just being buggy. That's how buggy it is. So munitions, armor doesn't count. Trophy system doesn't count. Now it could be it does count, but you have to play 30 games of just having an enemy conveniently throw down a trophy system, and you conveniently, without dying, and placing it right on top of yourself. Because it's funny, I've literally put it 2 feet in front of me, and then I'll put the cursor of the EMP drone on it, and it goes completely 3 feet away from me. I'm like, nope, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna let it, I'll stand on top of it, I'll stand on top of the trophy system, and I'll literally just as soon as because it starts you at center mass, right in the center. I'm like, okay, since it starts you wherever you are currently at, so it drops it literally on top of you, and normally you can move it around. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do it on default center mass, so that way it's on top of me. I'm on top of the thing, so there's no possibility, no way it can miss. So I hit a trophy system. I've only done it once, so maybe I'll do it a couple more times. But as far as I'm aware, trophy system's off. Everyone was thinking, okay, well, the only thing you do is you could do equipment, because that's also in previous things where it says destroy field upgrades. There has been challenges, and I've seen this myself, where it says destroy field upgrades, and I've destroyed equipment, and it counted. It's like, well, because it's a hackable, it seems like only equipment I could hack. I don't know why. It's just, again, the game being buggy. Only equipment I could hack: claymores, not stun grenades. Obviously, you can't do that. Not decoys. None of that, right? Surprisingly, not C4. I guess because it's not a continuously hackable. It's a hack destroy, not a hack heap. Not a hack trap. You're not hacking it to a trap. You're hacking it to defuse it. It would be cool if you could hack it to hack it and just double click or whatever, but you can't. Not in this game. I think previous games you have been able to, not in this one, unfortunately, which is dumb. Doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. So my proxy, and claymores. That's really it. And yeah, that's it. And then obviously field upgrades. So you would destroy the equipment, and it would count as field upgrade. So it's really weird. Again, it just does what it wants. It has a mind of its own, and sometimes you literally just gotta throw the entire, like every possible contingency plan, every possible possibility, just throw it all at it, do everything you can imagine, and then make up some shit that you could never imagine, and then throw at it, and sometimes something will stick. That's really what it is. Unfortunately, because of how lazy the developers are. So yeah, like I was saying, I talked to Raven Software, and they've helped me with, like, I think 5 different issues, but they stopped answering my prayers. Like, they weren't talking to me, per se, because they don't. It seems like there's like this weird, that's what I was talking about, the gas station. I kind of got sidetracked, but it seems like there's this mask, you know how there's mass mandate, there's this mass mandate, but for all companies worldwide, or at least US wide, where you're not allowed to talk to your customer at all. If the job requirement tells you to, and you actually have a phone number, fine. If you have taken your phone number off of your company's webpage, you just disconnected it, you don't have to have any customer contact you in any fashion, well, then there's this huge mandate, like, do not say anything. We've taken off our number, either A, because we're lazy, and or B, because if you talk to them, they can quote us back. Kind of like a doctor. If you've ever gotten an MRI and they say, we can't tell you the results or we'll lose our job. I don't know why it's dumb, but if you say that they did, they can still get in a huge heap of trouble. It's that fucking dumb. And I feel sorry for them, because there should be evidence to say so, but, you know, apparently that's how fucked up it is. So I feel sorry for those guys that are being misrepresented like that. But yeah, that's, anyway, so that seems to be what's going on with that huge mandate, where people are not allowed to talk to customers. That's why Twitter hasn't responded at all. They've just been doing what I've asked them to, or Raven's been doing what I've asked them to do, bit by bit, but that's about it. I guess Clueless. I went over his head and too much information. But I appreciate for you coming in. It was nice. Yeah, so it's just it's really frustrating. But hopefully Twitter, if you're watching this, it'd be great if you could actually help me out. Once again, you could actually have, you know, bypass your big brother's security and actually fix it to where you're like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go actually do my job to make Season 6 Prestige Master possible for people who don't own the game, and actually do my job and not sit around and eat donuts all day and molest little girls and shit. Basically be a let's go Brandon fucking child sniffer. You know. So yeah, please make this work. It's just so dumb. Oh man, like I said, everyone thinks you can only do trophy systems, but think about it. EMP, if it sits there, it can be an EMP. This, if you have it low enough to the ground within the radius, you can EMP that. You can EMP that, but it hasn't worked. So you can EMP a recon drone. You can EMP a deployable cover. I mean, it's not electronic at all. This is technically not electronic at all either, but I have a feeling it would count for both of these. This, I don't know why you can EMP that. I've EMP'd this. The weapon drop of EMP'd the trophy system. But I'm going to try this again. Hopefully I get some random that actually helps me out. I bet this is going to get EMP'd. I bet this is going to be EMP'd. So it's just, we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, it's been an hour thing, so I'll probably just make a separate one where you actually see the gameplay of me doing it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Leave a like if you liked. If you learned something new, let me know if there's any questions you have. If you ever want to stream site me, or if you want to just join in my game and help me out so we can help learn together, we can do the dirty work that no one else wants to, because I've actually gone to every single YouTube video, and there's people that tell you how to do it on Cold War. They tell you how to get the challenge on Warzone, or not Warzone, on just MW4 multiplayer and Cold War multiplayer. They do not tell you how to do it on Warzone. There's not a single YouTuber that tells you how to do it, unfortunately. I checked, there isn't. Not Twitch, nowhere. You can't find it. No one, everyone's lazy. They want to do it the easy way. They don't want to do it the hard work. So that's what I'm doing, hard work. So I hope you guys appreciate it, because it's not easy. So yeah. I will stop the video there. Oh, last thing. I have these RPGs. By the way, if there's this weird trial thing going on for people who didn't own MW4. This is before Cold War. I think season 1 through 6 of MW4. You could play the trial in multiplayer. That was for those who are just wanna get that challenge of getting Damascus without actually owning the game. You can't do it anymore. It's impossible. You'd have to get hacks or something, because the only way to do it is to get every single gun diamond. You can't get every single gun diamond because these Woodlands and Digital, at least, I'm not entirely sure. Stripes, or maybe you can get Stripes, I don't know. Whatever C4 RCXD, if you find that on and you destroy that, that might count as a kill streak. It might count as a support kill streak if you shoot a rocket launcher with it, but there's no way in hell you're gonna get attacker medals or defender medals. It just doesn't work, unfortunately. I've tried it with the special game modes, that are objective, like the payload and the other ones. It doesn't work. It has only worked, unfortunately, with the trial of multiplayer. So what I should have been doing, knowing what I know now, I should have only been using rockets and just going to town on completing the rockets before anything else. And most people do. Most people go for the riot shield, they go for the rockets, go for the knife first, because it's the easiest thing to do, and it's the most noobest thing to do. Me, on the other hand, I don't know, I didn't do it. I think I did it. Yeah, I did it with this, right? Did it with this one. But I got distracted, and I never ended up completing it with any other ones, or no, not even that. Like, I know I did it for like 2 of the trials, because I think there was like a total of like 3, maybe 4 trials. There's supposed to be 6, one for each season, but lazy ass Activision decided to, skimp out on us. So I was able to do it this, and I guess I was working on another gun, and also when I did decide to do it for the other launchers, I just wasn't able to do it in time. Did I even? Huh. Yeah, I got... Wait, what? I didn't do it for this one? Okay, I'm a little confused. Unlock gold camo for every weapon in this class. Then how the fuck did I get, platinum? How did I... Oh no, I didn't get platinum. Okay. I thought I did. Weird. I could have... No, I'm almost positive I got platinum for this. No, you know what? I did get platinum for this, but it was this weird glitch. So as soon as I got gold for this, I got platinum. That was during season 1 through 6, so I guess they patched that and they took it away. Yeah, they took it away from me. So I did end up getting platinum for this, but because I didn't save it, they relocked it. That's... Because it says 2 out of 4. Wait, what? I have an obsidian for this? Since when? Fuck. I mean, I know I was going ham for this for like an entire 3 seasons in a row, but... Huh. Maybe that was the compilation prize. They just gave me obsidian. Which is definitely better than platinum, but whatever, I'll take it. Oh my god. But yeah, it's just... It doesn't... This game doesn't... But yeah, that's about it. I'll leave it here. Make another stream. Hopefully it shows it. Alright, till next time guys. Peace.